I think probably the main inspiration or the person that gave me the confidence to think about trying to tell a story like this was my mother. Is my mother. She's still alive. My mother is Maorie. She grew up in Aotearoa, New Zealand with Maori mother and father. And my father was English. My father came from England to New Zealand, met my mother, they had me, and then we moved away. Okay. So I didn't really grow up in New Zealand, in Aotearoa, New Zealand. But my mother would tell me stories, of our tupuna, our ancestors. And those were the things that I think eventually inspired me to consider trying to tell this story. My relationship to Aotearoa, New Zealand and my taha Maori, my Maori side, was minimal. I've lived most of my life in England, in London, until I started to research and think about a story I might try and tell. And Marama was preceded, I should say, by a short film that I was commissioned to make by TVNZ called Taumanu. Yeah. So it was a short film, but for me it was the biggest short film I've ever made at the time. I made it in New Zealand. It connected me with my Maori, wahine Maori, female Maori producer, Charlene George. And we had a good experience making it, right? Then Charlene optioned the first draft of the feature idea, which kind of flows from Taumanu a bit. They share themes, I would say, and even character names. But Charlene is Cook Island Maori, and she was the one that took the risk on a first-time feature writer-director. And with Charlene's help, I was able to develop that script over, I'd say 3 years, maybe even 4 years. She was the one that put me in connection with all the, actually wahine Maori, they were all Maori women, which felt right for the story. People who were linguists, people who were cultural specialists, people who were able to advise me on the tikanga is the name, the Maori word for it, maybe the protocol. And the specificity of protocol. I even met with a matakite, a seer. Rhonda Tibble was her name, and she just reassured me. She was like, it's all right, your story's okay. Maybe this bit, maybe no. This bit, lose it. And I take those advices because these are people that are experts and they know more than I do. With the help of all those advisors and consultants and editors, the script came to be what it is. It was important to me. It needed to be, the two words again, the two Maori words are tika and pono. It needed to be truthful and authentic, right? And because otherwise, who am I to try and tell this story? And it's not meant to be entertaining. Well, it is meant to be entertaining, yes, but it needed to be authentic and accurate. If I was going to dare talk about many of these tapu subjects and try and weave them into a story, then I better make sure they feel authentic to people that know. I mean, yes, I'm Maori, but I didn't want to appropriate the stories of my tupuna, my ancestors, for pure entertainment purposes. I wanted it to be bedded into the story in an authentic manner. That's all I can say, I think,